we have a very, very special guest in our midst this evening. And so I think without any further ado, I would love to just welcome up Genet this evening, who's going to be sharing with us. Genet, founder of Paradise Fashion. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
I first heard about you when I was in Taitu Hotel, and I saw this guy with the most amazing outfit on. And it was actually so amazing. I never do this usually. I never go up to people and say, yo, where do you get your clothes from? Because I think that's very weird, and I just wouldn't do that. But this outfit was like, I had to, right? And I went and spoke to him, and guess who made it? Genet had made it. And it's an unbelievable outfit, garments, everything. And so from that moment, I heard this name, and then being in this space of business and entrepreneurship in Ethiopia and Addis, some names begin to surface to the top of people who have been in this space and who have mentored and inspired many, many people. And even people who we've had here sharing have been hugely inspired by this amazing woman. And so it's with great pleasure, again, that we have you here today. So can we just hear it one more time for Genet?
Thank you for having me. The pleasure is mine.
Amazing. So I would love to dive straight in. Would you just tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you run, what you do, and then we'll move forwards.
Okay. My name is Genet. By profession, I am a fashion designer. I studied fashion designing in Buenos Aires almost about 30 years back. I moved back in Ethiopia in 1992. And I start my brand, Paradise Fashion. It was one of the first exhibition after the old regime. And it was an opportunity for me to start my business. Unfortunately, our container was stuck in Djibouti because of the war between Ethiopia and Somalia at that time. So I couldn't get my all the machines that I brought with me. So I had a carry-on machine, very small one. And I start my business actually with just a single thread machine, which used to do single stitching and only zigzag. So when the organizers, they were moved from Sweden, they asked me to do a fashion show for that exhibition, which was one of the first international exhibition. I was like, I don't have anything. I don't know where to start. But when I came back, the main thing that I was sure to work with was the Ethiopian hand-woven fabric in modern design. Because on my graduation in Buenos Aires, I designed an outfit using the Ethiopian traditional fabric. Then it was a success that night for me because everybody has appreciated the fabric. It was really beautiful and very unique. So it was like, okay, if I move back to my homeland, then I will put up my own company. And after 6 months, I moved back after I get graduated. So I started my business like having that opportunity working with these organizers. It was only me, and I designed about 40 outfits. And I have to find one person to join me to finish the collection for the show. And then at that time, I have worked with Chachi Tadesse. She was a very young, beautiful model. She used to be, so she helped me to organize the models. And then I start my business in October 1992, which is almost 26 years back.
Wow. 26 years ago. There's people in this room who weren't born when this business was set up, which is incredible. And so you pioneered in a space where it hadn't been done before, and so you carved a path. It's interesting when that happens, when basically my question is around role models. Was there people ahead of you that inspired you to do what you did, or what was your inspiration?
For me, Mama Zion was my inspiration because when I got married, don't be surprised because my kids are much older than you guys, some of you. So, which was almost in 1988, I got married and Mama Zion has done my Mills dress. And I know Mama Zion way before that because she used to wear, she's the only one at that time. She used Ethiopian fabric. She's very conservative in a way. I'm very modern, but she have that small touch, modern touch in everything she does. And she have her own weavers at home. So the way she take measurement was amazing. So for me, Mama Zion is my really mod. Actually, I got an honor to honor her because I have been invited for one event to honor her because now she's 96, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and I hope to get some of the fabric that she used to work with to really honor her more, to design a collection. I'm working towards that.
Amazing. So you've been in this space, you've been in this business world for 26 years. What are some of the major lessons that you've learned along the way, some of those principles and things that you've learned?
For me, especially as a woman, as a mother, I think respect is the first thing. Because most of the people that I work with are people, they're not educated in a way, they have an amazing knowledge without any educational background like us, like going to school. So I do respect those people because they have a talent, they got it from all their parents, you know. So for me, respect is the first basic and very important, because if you don't respect in spite your religion or educational background or your religion, anything, I think it's very hard to be where I am today. So to be humble and to respect people. Also, I mean, age difference, you know, for me, even if you are young, it has to be respected because we can learn a lot from that young person. Sometimes we think we know everything. So we should have to have really respect. That's what, for me, that's very important.
Respect being a big, big thing. So along the way, what were some of the challenges? Because a lot of people look at Ethiopia and doing business here right now as like a time where, yes, there's lots of challenges, so difficult. Being someone who's tried to set up a business and running a business, I see some of these challenges firsthand, but I can't imagine 26 years back where even less infrastructure for business was available. What were some of the challenges for you trying to set up and grow a business over the last 26 years?
For me, the main challenge was to find really educated people for the sector that I was working with. Because I got the opportunity to learn not only the designing, because having the opportunity to learn, I learned the design, cutting, which is doing the pattern for the design, then also stitching, which is from A to Z I have learned in 3 years, going like 5-6 times a week, because if I don't learn that, I wouldn't be able to do what I was doing at that time. Even today, we really have a problem getting and educated people on the sector. But the main challenge also is we're not grown in terms of technology. You know, the fashion is way big than what we think today. And using the Ethiopian hand-woven fabric, we have a technology to add on what we're doing. So the main challenge for me was finding an educated person on the sector. Still, as of today, there is really a big gap to find educated people, especially on the quality control, even in pattern making, in grading, even in the design sector. There are ideas, people, they really know how to design, but they don't know technically how to apply that design to make it really an outfit. So we still have to learn a lot, and we still have to bring in a lot of technology to make it really, it's grown quite a lot, but still.
So you mentioned today, I'd love to know about today. So tell us about your business today. I know in many areas you're representing Ethiopia from a fashion perspective. And so tell us, what does the business do today? Are most of your clients abroad? Are they here? Tell us about the business now.
Okay, when I start, it was only me and another person. Being a small brand, actually, I'm not industrial. I don't produce at an industrial level. It's very niche market and very niche design, and I'm very focused on design, which is minimum twice a year. I change my design. But when I start, it was all about custom made, which means made to measure. You come to my office, we design, you choose your fabric. We have our own weavers today. And now we're exporting. Actually, we just started our online shop in the US, Canada, last May, which is a milestone for me because it was quite difficult to enter that market, having your own brand and setting up your own online. But we made it. The rest is still, I love doing my custom-made outfit. We are like 20 permanent employees. Sometimes when we have more orders, we do have part-time. And as my own weavers, I work a lot with women weavers. We have about 20 women, and we have men for the main, especially that above, the jacquard design, which is more difficult for women to weave. So we have about another 20 men weavers. So all in all, we're like between 50, 60, it depends all on the season also, especially wedding season is we do have a lot of weavers. We're good,
Yeah.
very small.